Hey guys, Lorena Magana here with New Filmmakers LA. Today, I'm talking to director Jesse Atlas about his new film, Record Play. Let's take a look at a clip from the film. Jesse, why don't you give our viewers a brief synopsis of your film, Record Play?
And Record Play is a sci-fi love story where war and fate and cassette players all kind of transcend reality to bring two people together again.
How did you come up with the concept behind this film?
I actually dug very deep into the concepts of different sound waves and different frequencies. I have been, during that time period, I was very influenced by The Conversation, which is one of my favorite movies, and I also knew that I wanted to create a sci-fi film that was very high concept, that didn't rely on a lot of huge explosions and visual effects. So my mind started going down the rabbit hole of what can we do with sound and how can we use sound. How can sound be the concept instead of, a creature or a visual effect or something like that? And it just led me and my writing partner, Aaron Wolf, to exploring all these different sound waves and frequencies, and found out about a couple of projects that NASA was doing that involved very low frequency audio waves. And, our imagination just kind of kicked in from there as far as what kind of information these ultra low frequencies that we can't even hear, what kind of information they could carry.
When you were writing Record Play, was it always your intention to have the time travel happen via the NASA chip?
In every film you get one logic leap, and certainly in ours, it's the addition of the NASA VLF chip that goes into his Walkman. But there's so many things that we have no idea how two different elements are going to interact. I was just listening to some TED Talks on the way down here, in an episode about brain hacking. And, all these pre-established tests that, have certain results, and then you go a little bit deeper in the brain, and the effects is just completely unpredictable. And so when you have, this kind of, so when you have this NASA element, this VLF, these very low frequencies, and you have them interacting with another piece of technology, it's, it completely frees up your imagination to say what can happen and where can this go when these two elements meet. And, it's fiction, so, it's just your imagination taking hold and seeing how far down the rabbit hole you want to go with it.
Do you have any plans to create this into a feature film?
I do. I've been very fortunate that I've had a great response to Record Play. Almost immediately after the film was completed, Aaron Wolf, my co-writer, and I started getting inquiries as to whether there was a feature version of Record Play. And, we hadn't designed the film with that in mind, to be honest. We were looking for the tightest and most concise story that we could tell with the resources that we had. So at the time, we had just spent months and months and months, boiling down the essence of this story into this 10-minute frame. And the goal was always, how can we tell something huge in 10 minutes? And how can we do something that has the emotional impact of a feature in 10 minutes? And, we kind of forced and fought our way into this really narrow space. And then we thought, wow, this is perfect. And then people were like, okay, can you do something with the same story that's like 9 or 10 times in length? And we were like, no, not at all. This is what it is. And then, we kind of walked away from it, and a week later, I called him and I was like, well, what about this pile of stuff that we wound up not using? And he's like, yeah, what about this pile of stuff that we wound up not using? And then we were like, oh, we do have a feature. We do have a feature here. And you know, we got some great producers behind us, and we started pitching the film. And I wish that I was at liberty to say where we're ending up. Probably check back with me in a couple weeks, and I'll be able to announce some really wonderful news about where the project is and who's involved with it. But unfortunately, my lips are sealed for right now, contractually.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today.
Of course, thank you.